We're now going to look at adding some hotels to a destination. I'm currently logged in as the expert for New York City and on the New York City destination landing page. If we go to the list of hotels, you can see I've already added a couple, and I shall just go and add a couple more. So we click on edit, and then underneath the body text we can see the hotels I've already added. So the first one on the list that we have is the Jane Hotel, and straight away that's the only hotel called the Jane, and that's in New York City. So happy with that one, and that's added to the bottom of the list. The next one I'm going to add is the Mark. There are a couple of options to choose from here, but obviously the one in New York is the one that we're looking for. Interestingly though, it is in New York and not New York City. Now this is a really important point to note. We're the expert for New York City, and the hotels list is for New York City. So when we add this one, we are going to have to go into that hotel and change where it's located, because this is currently in New York and we want it to be in New York City. The destination New York City is specific to the expert and all of the copy and all of the hotels that go with it. So we'll add that for now, and you can see there are a couple of others as well in the same situation, that they're in New York and not New York City. As we're the expert for New York City, we have to make sure those hotels are in our own destination. The third one I'm going to add is the Grace. Now there isn't a Grace Hotel in New York City according to the list, and this is one of those weird and wonderful situations where various different hotel providers name the hotels differently. So we have to look for a couple of different options, because it may be stored in the database under a slightly different name. So we'll try Grace. Quite often hotels appear like this one with the in brackets afterwards, but still not the one that we're looking for in New York. Now I did cheat. I had a quick look for this one earlier. On the list I was provided with, the Grace Hotel, the web address is actually Roommate Hotels for the Grace. So again, that's one of those other quirky little things that you can look for, because it may be saved like this in the database depending on what each of the different providers actually call the hotel. So wherever we've matched this hotel, for example hotels.com, booking.com, Expedia, they don't call the hotel the Grace, it's called the Room-Mate Grace. And as you can see, it's also in New York and not New York City. But we found the hotel, that's the one with the correct address, so we shall add that. And there we go, that's the rest of our hotels added, with a couple of things that you need to look out for. So we'll save the page. And then in this list we'll start to see some of those hotels appearing. So the Roommate Grace, and we can go into that hotel and we'll do that in a different screencast and add a picture and all of the copy. And there should be a few of the others further in the list. So there we go, there's the Jane that's come through. That's already got a photo and it's already got copy, and that's because that copy's been added to that hotel previously. And initially that's just how you add hotels. A separate webcast will go through amending the details and the pictures for those hotels.